Welcome back to my vlog, y'all. I wanted to bring your attention to this little tiny quad that I have in my hands. This is the Gnarly FPV Primo 110X frame with Hyperlight 1103 8000 kV motors, and I got the Crazybee F4 V2 board in there. And all this footage you're going to see, I'll put it over here or down here. It was all on 2S 300 milliamp race day quads batteries. I might throw some 3S in there if I can get any decent 3S, but so far 2S has worked great on this. 3S not so good. A lot of trouble with 3S. This is a smart little frame that they did here. They designed it around that Crazybee all-in-one whoop flight controller. Let me take it apart here. Hold on a second. I got the caddx EOS 2 camera in there. I originally built it with this tiny 2-gram micro camera. This was like the first micro camera, and it's got 180-degree field of view. It's crazy fisheye. It's not a real good camera to fly with. That's what people used to fly with. And I originally had this little VTX in there, which did not fit very well. It worked great, just didn't fit very well. So I put a AKK Technologies Nano VTX in there. Let me show you how I did it. Two little screws hold the canopy on. Oh, and that screw stayed on the thing. All I did is used a longer screw in the back here that holds the flight controller, and use that to screw down the VTX. And I used two little nylon washers. Oh, let me try to zoom in here. I don't know. Yeah, that's better. I used two little nylon washers underneath it to keep it up off the board. Hopefully that stays focused. There we go. To keep it up off the board. And I also epoxied the underside of this VTX with some 3M epoxy, 2-part epoxy, high heat, and just to keep it from touching the flight controller. And so far it's doing good. And this little mother gets really hot, heats up the canopy, but the video from it has been excellent. I got it on the screen here somewhere. Love the way this little thing flies. It really feels like a 5-inch. It doesn't have the top end of a 5-inch punching out over the trees, but just doing freestyle in the yard, it's great. Great little flyer. Smart little battery design. No need for a strap. Just got a TPU battery mount there, and you have access to the USB on the bottom. Love the way they did that. I also epoxied my connectors on here just in case, because I broke one on the full speed RC toothpick right on the first crash, so I put some epoxy on them. And I got a cap on there just in case. It's always good to have a capacitor. Love these Hyperlight motors. Really smooth little motors, better than the full speed RC toothpick OG motors, which I swapped out for Hyperlight motors. But really like the way they designed this frame. You can tell they put some thought into it. They didn't just try to get it out there. The print quality is beautiful. It oh, let me get the weight on it. Duh. It originally weighed 39 grams with this camera and this little, and I'm still zoomed in. Let me zoom out. With this little camera and this VTX, it weighed 39 grams. And with the EOS 2 and this AKK VTX, it weighs 41.9 grams. With the battery, it weighs 61.6 grams. You can't ask for much lighter than that. That's the key to the way it flies, is the weight. It's super, super light. I love it on 2S, 3S I'm still working on. If I get a good flight, I'll put it in here, but I'm not so far. I'm pretty happy with the way it flies on 2S, and I would just recommend sticking with 2S. Yeah, this little camera. These little cameras. This is the first camera I put on my first build, which was the Atom. Yeah, 2.3 grams. Super light little camera. It's a decent camera. 2.6 grams. It's a great little VTX. I'm going to try to fit this in some other micro. I'll put a link in the description below for it. Get it on Banggood for 12 bucks, I think. It really has great video though. 200 milliwatt. The AKK is also 200 milliwatt. I need 200 milliwatt for my yard. Zoom out, zoom out. Just for reference. Oh, look at the dust on it. This is what a micro, this is what a micro used to be. I mean, this is what was considered a micro quad when I first started building flying quads 5 years ago. And this is what we're doing now for micro quads. Quite the difference in size. All that packed in to this little tiny, this uses full-size components now, full-size ESCs on the arms and a 30 by 30 flight controller. Pretty sure that's a, oh, what the hell you call that? Done forgot the name of it. Yeah, that's a half of a ping pong ball to protect the antenna. Gnarly FPV Primo 110X. Cool little frame. Zoom in again. Zoom. Super cool looking little frame. Look at that. Looks fast. I like it. I like it a lot. Beautiful, beautiful design. Alright, let me turn off my scale before I break it. Alright. If you built one of these, let me know what you use, how you built it, what you think of it. I think it's brilliant. I smacked it into the, I got it caught in my oak tree. I smacked it into the tree full speed. Ain't broke nothing yet. Stay focused, camera, come on. Come on. There you go. Oh yeah. I wish they would have some different colored canopies or release the file. I'll get Vinny, my 3D print guy, to print me one. But so far it only comes in red. And it's 19 bucks. You can pick one of these up for $19. I got mine from Hilly Nation. Shout out to Hilly Nation for taking my money and giving me a frame. Of course, I got the motors from pyrodrone.com. They were nice enough to send those out to me after I paid them money for them. I got all the other stuff, I think, from Hilly Nation also. The flight controller. Oh, wait a second. Comes with a bunch of TPU stuff. Stand by. Alright, it comes with everything you see here, and that, and that, and that, and some little connectors if you want to run some little 1S batteries. And it comes with this little tiny mount for your little tiny cameras like this one, if you want to slide that over, or any of some of these little all-in-one camera VTX combos. You just slide that over the camera and then it mounts into the canopy. Pretty smart. That's it. Go out and get yourself one. Mustang approved. Like and subscribe, y'all. Forgot to mention, the frame comes with chamfered edges, nice and smooth, so you can run your wires like I did. You have to worry about cutting the wire on the carbon fiber. It's at a 1.5 millimeter frame. I don't know, it's pretty stiff though. Pretty stiff for a little bitty quad. Let's get one more close up. One more close up. Oh yeah. Look at that bad boy. Stay focused, stay focused. Yeah. And that looks cool. Oh, came with some props too. How you like that? Free props. Can't beat that.